Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and this video serves as an update to the fastest Sportscars 2017 video where I show the best fully upgraded sports cars in terms of lap time. For all the information you need about this series, check the original Sportscars video, but otherwise let's see where the newly buffed downforce vehicles fall into that list. So for those who haven't seen the Supercars update video that I did last week, the downforce in general in the game has been changed, and spoilers have more of an effect with the downforce as well, so you do need a spoiler on any vehicle that has downforce, which didn't used to be the case before gun running. Downforce was it was nerfed before when we got the gun running DLC. Now it's actually back to an even higher level than it was before gun running itself. So these cars are actually quicker than they've ever been, apart from the Omnus, which is in its second quickest state now. Obviously it was even quicker with the Cunning Stunts DLC because downforce and spoilers were ridiculous back then, but it is in its second quickest state, and it's really great to see the Omnus getting a 1 minute 7.168 for its lap time. That only puts it 0.3 of a second slower than the Tropos Rally and 3.5 of a second slower than the Kuruma. So the three main rally cars, that this little mini rally class that we have in the sports class that we use for rally races, that's the Kuruma, the Tropos Rally and the Omnus. They're all within 0.3 of a second of each other, so they're all back to, the Omnus is back now. It's been nerfed so many times and it's now back on pace, so that's absolutely fantastic to see. It does suffer a little bit in terms of top speed to the other two, but around the track it's still very good. The Comet Retro Custom is now up into 17th place with a lap time of 105.3, so again quicker than it has ever been since we've seen it, and it's still a handful to drive, but at least it's a little bit quicker than certainly what it used to be. Obviously just a little bit of a note on the Ruston as well, that has improved its lap time very slightly, but because the Ruston only has a downforce value of 1.15, which is actually, I believe that's the lowest in the entire game, the Ruston really hasn't been affected all that much by these changes to downforce, because downforce is having such a little effect on the car in the first place. But there is one car that's had a quite interesting effect, and that is the Spectre Custom. So this actually now makes its way into the top 10, just getting into that 10th place about 0.03 of a second quicker than the Bestia now, and it's actually less than 1/10 of a second quicker than the regular Spectre. So the Spectre Custom has a downforce value of 1.75, and it seems like, based on the fact that the Spectre Custom and the regular Spectre get almost exactly the same lap time, they both get 1 minute 4.3, it seems like 1.75 is the new value of downforce, where having just a standard spoiler and getting the traction that way gives you the same level of performance as having a downforce value of 1.75 and a spoiler. So this is the Spectre Custom is slightly better in terms of engine power, but it does have a bit more drag as well. But in general, the Spectre and the Spectre Custom are pretty much the same vehicle under the hood. It's only the fact that one gets the regular spoiler bonus and the Spectre Custom gets this, it has downforce, the regular Spectre doesn't have downforce. So that's the only difference between them, and because we can compare those two vehicles now, we can see that because they're so close in terms of lap time, it seems like a downforce value of 1.75 is that breaking point. If you have a downforce value that, if the Spectre Custom had a higher downforce value of 1.75, it would be significantly quicker than the regular Spectre. If it had a lower downforce value of 1.75, it would be slower than the regular Spectre. And obviously the regular Spectre just gets its improvement in lap time from just a regular spoiler on the back, which basically increases traction in a linear way, whereas downforce increases traction in higher speed corners, but it is slightly worse in lower speed corners. But the Spectre Custom certainly does feel a lot better than it has ever done, obviously with this new changes to downforce, and with it being almost exactly the same lap time and actually just slightly quicker around this track than the regular Spectre. This is the first time that we've seen that a custom version with downforce, unlike the Italy GTB Custom, which is slower than the Italy GTB. This is the first time that we've seen the custom version with downforce actually be quicker than its regular version. So very, very interesting to see, and it kind of shows up why vehicles that have a lower downforce value of 1.75, like the Italy GTB Custom, are slower than their regular counterparts. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video has been a help. Obviously no major changes. The downforce vehicles in the sports class have never been, towards the top end, as we've just seen from the comparison between the Spectre Custom and the ever all reigning king of the elegy. But yeah, you know, it makes sense to put this video out there to give you the improved lap time so you know where things stand. And my personal favourite is that the Omnis is back on pace. So thank you all so much for watching. Obviously that's pretty much it. Remember to read the description for more info, comment with your thoughts, like the video if you enjoyed or found it helpful, and subscribe for more. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.